Hey guys, welcome back to another episode, and today we're going to be talking about block drop. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about which map is the best block drop map to play out of the three. Out of Room, Underwater, and Flowers, which map will get you the most XP? The map Room will actually get you the most XP out of any map in the game, and here is why. In block drop, there are a few ways that you can get XP, simply by outliving players, collecting power-ups, or just breaking blocks. Now, Room actually has the largest of these large circles here. See these circles that you walk on? The ones in Room are actually bigger than the ones in the other two maps, meaning that there are more blocks. Can you see where this is going? It means that if you play Room, you have the ability to break more blocks than you would on other games. Now, this is incredibly important because if you want to gain the most amount of XP, even if you're not able to outlast that many players or gather a lot of power-ups, you're going to be able to gain more XP simply just by running around and breaking blocks. If you find a speed power-up, just take that and just run and break as many blocks as you can, and that'll actually get you a decent amount of XP. Now, the second way that you can get XP is by outliving players. Now, it's pretty easy to outlive players in block drop. After all, you just kind of stay alive and other people just start to die and the XP just starts going. Now, Room is actually also the best map for outliving players. Well, you may be wondering, how is that possible if everyone has a higher % chance of living just because the blocks or the ring sizes are larger? Well, it actually just comes down to it doesn't really matter. People will still die at the same rate on other maps. If you're outliving 5 players on one map, you're going to have the same amount of easiness outliving 5 players on this map. Outliving players and saying that, well, I'll outlive less players on Room is actually kind of nonsense. Just because it's a larger map doesn't mean that you're going to outlive more or less players. It just means that you can gain more XP by breaking more blocks. You'll still be able to gain the same amount of XP by just outliving players, meaning that Room is still the best map when it comes down to outliving players. Third and final way to get XP is by collecting these little things called power-ups. Now, power-ups spawn on a random block on a random level throughout the game. Now, just because Room is a larger map, and yes, we're talking about the map Room again, doesn't mean that you're going to have a harder time finding power-ups. Sure, power-ups may spawn slightly less frequently, just proportionally because there's more space, but you'll still have an equal amount of chance of getting those power-ups. All you have to do is just be running around, paying attention to where they spawn, and then whenever they do spawn, you just need to go and grab them. You can then use them to either break more blocks if it's restore levels or speed or jump, or you could use it to outlive players, whether it's restore levels, safe walk, or the knockback and emo. All of this knowledge leaves us with a decision to make. Out of these 3 block drop maps, which is the best one for gaining XP? Well, based on everything that we've talked about, I would say Room. I've been playing Room almost exclusively, and I've been leveling up pretty easily and have also been having quite an easy time winning. Out of the past round 12 games I've won, I've probably won about, out of the last 12 games I've played, I've probably won about 10 of those games. And I have gained hundreds of XP. I'm already at level 12. Playing on Room and outliving the majority of the players, breaking blocks by just sprinting over them, and collecting all the power-ups I can get my hands on, I average around 200 XP a game quite easily. Honestly, playing Room is just the easiest way to level up, and it's actually just better than all the other maps. Now, if you disagree with this, then that's totally fine. You're free to play whatever map you want. However, I am just saying that if you want to gain the most XP, chances are Room is going to be your best option. Thank you for watching, and it's been a pleasure making this video. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing, considering around 97% of viewers are not actually subscribed. Especially if you found this video useful, do consider liking the video, leaving a comment on what I should do next, because I like your guys' suggestions and I actually want to do them, and also subscribing, as it does help out the channel, and it's completely free. You can also change your mind at any time if you want to. I will not take it personally, I promise.